Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Here's what the lawyer for MACOMB County man sentenced to 60 days in jail for poisoning his wife has to say.
So are you saying he was the victim here?
Absolutely.
Tonight, his crime was caught on camera. What do domestic violence organizations have to say?
A man was shot and killed at a music video shoot in YPSILANTI Township.
He was the only one that got shot. Like, they just targeted my son.
And now his family desperately wants someone to speak up.
Detroit can't seem to shake its illegal dumping problem, but this time, police recovered something big, an item someone probably thought they'd never see again. Good to have you with us for Local 4 News at 6. That discovery at an illegal dumping site tops our news tonight.
An alert citizen, known for keeping an eye out for this sort of thing, stumbled upon something big. Sean Lay has a closer look over on Detroit's west side.
We're in Brightmoor. Take a look. Detroit Police Blight Task Force on the scene. Follow me this way. All kinds of illegal dumping here, but this is a first. An entire pickup truck also dumped with it. And you know who found all of this.
No, this is the first for me. A full load like that, it's crazy.
Detroit's camera crusader against illegal dumping, Jonathan POMMERVILLE, has found just about everything dumped on Detroit streets. Today, he not only found a bunch of things dumped in Brightmoor, but the people who did the dumping dumped the truck they hauled it in.
Lady says it was stolen 2 years ago.
No plate on the truck. Detroit police ran the VIN. It's stolen, and Pommerville connected with its rightful owner. Stolen from her 2 years ago, with her mail from 2 years ago still in it.
Still rolling around with all of her mail in there. It really makes no sense. It's a real big mystery, and we're going to see if we can untangle it here.
The dumping never seems to stop. What's different these days? Detroit police response. Members of the Blight Task Force on the scene, going through the trash to try to track the dumper down.
I think we're on the right track with what's loaded in the back of that truck. That's what we get here in the city of Detroit. Brightmoor's, quit dumping in Brightmoor, because we're going to catch you eventually.
Catch you eventually, maybe sooner rather than later. The guys left the trash, they left that truck that you saw, but also some big clues, some footprints right on the hood of the truck. The officer on the scene said it looked like the guys who dumped all of that jumped on the hood to take a picture of their handiwork. That's going towards the evidence that may help track them down. Back to you guys.
Unbelievable, an entire truck. Who would have ever thought that? Well, Sean, what happens to the truck now?
Well, the owner was completely shocked. The truck hasn't been around for 2 years. It's been out there. It's a big piece of evidence right now, but she's certainly hoping to get it back once this is all said and done.
Sure. And her mail that's been in there for 2 years as well. Unbelievable.
2-year-old mail.
Yeah. All right, Sean.
There is growing backlash tonight after what some are calling a lenient sentence in a domestic violence case. We reported yesterday, MACOMB County man caught on camera spiking his wife's coffee was sentenced to 60 days in jail, all to be served on weekends. We bring in Priya Mann, who's been looking into the follow-up on this story, and his attorney, Priya, says the judge's sentence was fair.
Yeah, that's right. He says that in the court of public opinion, we don't have all of the facts. Here is the defendant caught on camera spiking his wife's coffee. Now, prosecutors had looked for 19 to 39 months. He was sentenced well below that.
I think for most reactions, it's anger, it's shock, it's disappointment in the system. And again, it's that feeling of, not being believed.
Haven helps domestic violence and sexual assault victims. They won't comment on specific cases, but say they're not surprised by the sentence.
This behavior will continue if abusers are not held accountable. And once they are held accountable, I believe our survivors will feel safe.
Brian Kozlowski was convicted of putting antihistamine into his wife's coffee. During their divorce in 2016, she became suspicious after feeling sick and having blurred vision. She installed hidden cameras in the kitchen that recorded Brian in the act. Prosecutors say the dose was equivalent to 8 sleeping pills.
So are you saying he was the victim here?
Absolutely.
Attorney Brian Leggio says his client apologized in court and is remorseful.
There had to be a reason after 29 years together that he snapped. And it was because of that kind of psychological warfare that was going on by the ex-spouse, and he ultimately snapped, which was out of character for him.
In court, the now ex-wife described the experience as attempted murder. Visiting Judge Anthony Viviano sentenced Kozlowski to 60 days in jail to be served on weekends.
I believe more can always be done in terms of education and informing judges and lawyers of how abuse affects a survivor.
Now, we did reach out to the judge. He did not want to comment today, saying everything the public needs to know is on the record. This case is now being appealed. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
And we'll follow it through the appeals process as well. All right, Priya.
The search is on for a couple of 7-Eleven thieves in Waterford Township. Police say 2 young girls walked into a 7-Eleven on Cass Lake Road. Security video catches the 2 girls grab several items and throw them in their purses before taking off without paying. Take a good look here. If you know either of these women, call Waterford Township Police.
A man in court waiting to be sentenced picked up an additional charge for allegedly stealing a cell phone from the courtroom. Prosecutors say Damon Perryman was in court waiting to hear from the judge when he saw the phone on a bench and moved to grab it. When the phone's owner came back to find the phone missing, he asked the court deputy for help. After looking at the courtroom video feed, Perryman was charged with felony larceny.
We're hearing tonight from devastated family members of a young man killed at a pool party in YPSILANTI Township. Andre Smith, just 22 years old, was gunned down during a music video shoot at an apartment complex pool. So far, there have been no arrests in the case. Our Coco McAvoy got a chance to speak with some of the people closest to Andre.
Time ran out for him. Too soon. Gone too soon.
It's been a difficult week for the people who love Andre Smith. He was taken from them at just 22 years old.
For them to take that smile away from me, it'll never be the same.
Andre's mother, sister, and grandmother are still trying to wrap their heads around the violent way he was killed.
It's like we're preparing all this stuff for someone that should be, you know, right here. You know, it's like, it's unreal. To me, it's unreal.
Last Friday, Andre was at a music video shoot at an apartment complex on Spinnaker Way in YPSILANTI Township when gunfire erupted. Andre was shot multiple times.
And then he was the only one that got shot. Like, they just targeted my son.
And what hurts the most is the fact that not one person has come forward to help catch Andre's killer.
And there's over 150 people there, and don't nobody want to talk.
Andre was a family-oriented man and the father to a 3-year-old girl.
He's going to be long-lived through us in our hearts and our memories and pictures, but we need justice for Andre.
And as the family prepares to lay Andre to rest, they are hoping someone, anyone, comes forward to help them heal.
And the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Department is asking anyone who was at the music video shoot to please come forward. Also, they're asking for any videos that may be out there, and it's all 100% anonymous. You don't have to give your name or any information about yourself to the police, and you'll be really helping this family. Back to you.
Yeah, hopefully somebody comes forward. All right, thanks, Coco.
It is the end of the line for the General Motors Warren transmission plant. The Warren plant has now closed its doors. It was one of 5 North American plants GM decided to idle in an effort to cut costs and try to shift its focus to the future of the auto industry. Dozens of workers now wondering what the future holds for them. Of the 262 workers, 25 have retired. 60 have transferred to other plants, including Flint, Toledo, and the Warren Tech Center. But that means 177 workers still trying to figure out what happens next for them. We've learned the boater who allegedly caused a drunken scene after docking at a restaurant in Wyandotte is a retired Detroit police officer.
Police and sheriff's deputies say 61-year-old Kenneth Cook was wild and out of control. They say after he and his friends were denied service, they got in a boat and sped away, flipping off law enforcement who chased them. We're told it took 5 boats to get Cook to stop as he sped up the Detroit River.
Cook charged with fleeing and eluding and resisting arrest as he allegedly struggled with officers who tried to pull him to shore. Detroit Police Chief James Craig says he's not happy and feels this kind of behavior from a retired officer stains the badge. Attention if you're planning on driving around this weekend, major orange barrel alert coming up as we've got a number of freeways set to close for construction.
Yeah, starting with I-94, the eastbound lanes from Michigan Avenue to 75 will close tonight until tomorrow night. After that, eastbound lanes from Michigan Avenue to I-96 will be closed until Monday morning. Moving now to I-696, where eastbound lanes from I-75 to I-94 will close tonight until Monday morning. And finally, westbound lanes of M5 from Middle Belt to I-696 will also close tonight until Monday morning. For a list of ways to get around, head to clickondetroit.com. And just
stay home, Drone deliveries for food, maybe? Yeah. I don't know. All right, let's see what's coming up on NBC Nightly News ahead here at 6:30.
Lester Holt joins us live from New York with a preview. Lester, good evening.
Hey, Kim and Devin. Coming up, we've got dramatic dash cam video as a police officer was dragged away by a speeding car. Just incredible. Plus, the warning you should hear before your family heads into the water this weekend. The unprecedented number of shark sightings forcing a number of popular beaches to shut down.
Yeah. Do experts know why there are so many shark sightings, it seems like, this summer?
Well, the good news, none in the Great Lakes, but the experts say over 100 great white sightings have been reported off the East Coast the past month, and temperatures may have something to do with it. We're going to tell you a bit more about this when we see you tonight on NBC Nightly News.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to it, Lester. We appreciate it.
We've had a weird run of alligators, Lester, but no sharks so far. There you go. We'll see you about 20 minutes from now. Still ahead, the surprise decision made about the fate of this bowling alley, which went up in flames this past December in Monroe. Here's Andrew.
And Devin and Kimberly looking spectacular as we look live at downtown Detroit. Nice and warm out there, still comfortable, with temperatures still hanging around 80 degrees. What about this weekend? Any rain in sight? How warm or hot will it be? That and your 7-day forecast coming up.
Detroit firefighters wrapping up, heading back to quarters after they were called out for a rescue down a sewer, a Detroit sewer line with a puppy stuck down there. We'll tell you how this turns out coming up.